Ever felt that nagging suspicion that some clients once booked just vanished? Like they fell off the face of your appointment calendar? You know, the ones who might have pushed the boundaries, or maybe just disappeared with a canceled appointment and a cloud of unanswered emails? You're not alone. Many Acuity users grapple with this, the mystery of the banned or restricted client. Now, Acuity doesn't explicitly have a big red button labeled banned clients. It's more nuanced than that. It's about how Acuity handles clients who've been flagged, either by you or by its internal systems due to certain behaviors. And let's be honest, knowing who these clients are and why they're essentially invisible can be crucial for maintaining control and sanity in your business. Think about it. You've invested time and energy building your client base. You've nurtured relationships, provided stellar services. But what happens when that trust is broken? Maybe they were consistently no-showing, or perhaps they were repeatedly violating your terms. It's not about being vindictive, it's about protecting your business, your time, and your sanity. So, how do you peel back the layers and uncover these hidden clients? How do you see who's been effectively restricted from booking with you? That's what we're tackling today. We're going to dive deep into the intricacies of Acuity's client management, explore the various ways clients can become effectively banned, and reveal the strategies you can use to see and manage them. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Acuity doesn't have a dedicated banned list feature. This means we need to be a bit of a detective. We need to understand how Acuity handles client interactions and leverage those insights to identify restricted clients. One of the most common ways a client effectively gets banned is when you, the administrator, manually block them. This isn't a flashy ban button, but it's just as effective. When a client repeatedly violates your policies, or perhaps sends abusive messages, you have the option to simply stop them from booking. How do you do this? It's not directly labeled block, but it involves managing their client profile. Let's break it down. First, you'll need to locate the client in your client list. You can do this by searching their name or email address within Acuity. Once you've found them, access their client profile. Now, here's where the magic happens. Look for the option to disable client. This is your key. By disabling a client, you're effectively preventing them from scheduling any new appointments. They'll still exist in your system, but they won't be able to book. Now, how do you see who's been disabled? This is where things get a bit tricky. Acuity doesn't provide a direct filter for disabled clients. However, you can use a workaround. The best method is to export your client list. Acuity allows you to export your client data as a CSV file. This file will contain information about all your clients, including their status. Once you've exported the file, you can open it in a spreadsheet program like Excel or Google Sheets. Within the spreadsheet, look for a column that indicates the client's status. This column might be labeled active, disabled, or something similar. Filter this column to show only the disabled entries. This will give you a list of all clients who have been disabled by you. This method isn't perfect, but it's the most reliable way to identify manually disabled clients. Remember, this relies on you having proactively disabled the clients in the first place. Another way a client might be effectively banned is through repeated no-shows or cancellations. Acuity has built-in features to manage these situations. You can set up automated reminders and cancellation policies to discourage no-shows. But what happens when a client repeatedly ignores these policies? While Acuity doesn't automatically ban clients for no-shows, you can manually track these instances. By regularly reviewing your appointment history, you can identify clients who are consistently no-showing or canceling at the last minute. Once you've identified these clients, you can take action. You can choose to manually disable them, as we discussed earlier. Or you can implement stricter booking policies for them. For example, you could require them to pay a non-refundable deposit for future appointments. Another aspect to consider is Acuity's integration with payment processors like Stripe and PayPal. If a client repeatedly disputes charges or has fraudulent payment activity, their payment information might be flagged by the payment processor. This can effectively prevent them from booking appointments that require payment. While you won't see a direct banned notification in Acuity, you might notice that these clients are unable to complete the booking process. They may encounter errors or be redirected to a payment error page. To address these situations, you'll need to work with your payment processor. They can provide you with information about flagged transactions and help you resolve any payment issues. Now, let's talk about a less obvious aspect: spam and bot activity. Acuity, like any online platform, is susceptible to spam and bot activity. These automated accounts might attempt to book appointments with fake information or send spam messages through your scheduling system. Acuity has built-in measures to detect and prevent spam, but some spam accounts might slip through the cracks. If you notice suspicious activity, such as a large number of bookings with fake names or email addresses, you can take action. You can manually delete these bookings and block the associated email addresses. Additionally, you can report spam activity to Acuity's support team. They can investigate the issue and take steps to prevent future spam attacks. Another thing to look at is client notes. Use them. Acuity allows you to add notes to client profiles. This is a powerful tool for tracking client interactions and identifying potential issues. For example, you can add notes about clients who have repeatedly no-shown, canceled at the last minute, or violated your policies. By regularly reviewing your client notes, you can identify patterns and take appropriate action. This is a proactive approach. While it doesn't directly show you a banned list, it allows you to build your own internal record of problematic clients. Let's also talk about communication. If a client has sent you abusive or threatening messages through Acuity's messaging system, you can report these messages to Acuity's support team. They can investigate the issue and take appropriate action. In severe cases, Acuity might suspend the client's account. While you won't see a direct notification of this, you might notice that the client is no longer able to book appointments or send messages. So, to recap, how do you see effectively banned clients on Acuity? Manually disabled clients. Export your client list as a CSV file and filter for disabled entries. Repeated no-shows/cancellations. Regularly review your appointment history and track these instances. Payment issues. Work with your payment processor to identify flagged transactions. Spam/bot activity. Manually delete suspicious bookings and report spam to Acuity's support team. Client notes. Use client notes to track client interactions and identify potential issues. Report abusive communication. Report abusive messages to Acuity's support team. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.